Hey everybody, this is Dr. J and Kamal, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where it's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. And Wall Street wasn't as nice as Main Street today, but I think it's got a little bit more to go on the downside, Kamal, and then we'll be okay the second half of the year.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how I
uh,
see it.
it's not.
That's how I see it. I'm going to enlarge the
You,
shared screen and get my camera off because my I'm blinking like crazy. I don't know why. But this is clear, right? This picture is clear.
yep, very clear.
Okay, so the S&P today was,
Yes,
was down 0.34% or 15 points. The Dow is down not a whopping, 87 points or 0.26%. I remember the days when 87 points was a whopping amount, for the Dow. No longer. The
that was like
Nasdaq,
20 years ago.
yeah, maybe more like 40 years ago. The Nasdaq down 0.3% or 40 points. And the Russell up 0.33% or 6 points. Crude oil marching higher, back above 100. Not good for the stock market. Not good at all. I don't like when oil goes up. Gold up 1.11%, $21, and silver had a whopping gain of 2.45%. Remember I said the chart on silver looked good the other day when we looked at it by accident?
Yes, I do.
Euro US dollar down a little and the 10-year down in yield a little. And let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to slide, but the slide is less, only 0.71%, 282 points to 39,553. That's where we are. Let's take a look at SPY. We always seem to start with SPY, right?
Yep.
Take a look at SPY, then I'll come back and see if Arjun or Professor Spike is joining us. All right. The S&P, as we said, is down 0.37% or 1.63 to 438.29 on the spiders. We have another lower low than the day before, and it's just a terrible looking chart. It's just a question of where does this thing turn around? Does it turn around at all before testing the lows? And I'm not sure at this point that it will. I mean, we very well may retest the lows down here at 410. The only other place that looks logical is 415. And as I drew the other day, this level here also could be a little support at 430. So a break of 430, and more than likely we're going to retest the lows. If 430 holds, that would be nice, but I'm not holding my breath on that. It looks to me like more than likely that we're going to retest the lows at this point. And hopefully that holds. If that doesn't hold, we're probably looking at a key level right here at 403.96. Or the low going all the way back to May 12th. Actually 404. 404. So if 410 doesn't hold, it's probably 404 for the last support before a further plunge down to this level at about 400. So we have all kinds of nasty support levels beginning with 430, then 415, then 410, then 403, 404, and then 400.
So that's a pretty gloomy picture there.
What?
That's a gloomy picture there, right?
It is. I mean, when you see nothing but new lows every single day, you tend to make this kind of assumption that it's going to continue.
Nothing will change your mind or reverse that.
Yeah, if it hits 430 and bounces upward, that would help change my mind. A close above the 50 might help a little, change my mind. But we closed below the 50 2 days in a row with new lows 2 days in a row. And not only that, I think we were up in the morning. Let's look at a 30-minute candlestick. Yeah, we were up to start the day, right? At
Yes.
9:30, we were 445 on the SPY, and we've done nothing but go down with every half hour that passed, pretty much. So, and the last half hour is particularly nasty, even though it didn't make a lower low than the previous half hour. It's well, it's not really nasty. In fact, gives a little hope. It's a inside candle that's green, so a little bit of hope for tomorrow. But the day was just miserable. The chart is miserable, whether you look at the really short-term chart, the day chart, or if you look at the medium-term chart. Maybe if you look at the weekly, it's not quite as bad. Let's take a look. Yeah, the weekly is not quite as bad.
So, Dr. J, some analysts I've read in a couple of places are expecting, a recession and a crash and a bear market, sort of bear market. What do you think?
Eventually, we always get them, don't we? But I don't think we'll get them in 2022. That's too early. I think we'll be resilient in 2022. I think we come back in the second half, as I said at the beginning of the show. So I think we're in for maybe another month of tough sledding.
I see.
And then I think we can finish strong on the year. Let's say SPY goes to 400. It would be a modest 10% gain to close at 4,400 on the S&P.
Yes.
And that's probably where we're heading, something like that. I think we sell off to maybe this level here where we close the gap that I drew in. That gap is from, I don't remember, May or something, June. So we close that gap at 400 on the SPY, and then start heading up the second half of the year.
So the short term is negative, the midterm is positive.
I think so. And then the long term, yeah, eventually we'll be in a recession. I just don't know when. Probably next year, 2030, 2023. Probably. It depends on whether the Fed pushes too fast and too hard. I don't think they should push 11 times this year. Do 11 fourths or 2.25 points. I think it's too fast, too fast, too much and too fast to absorb. That would probably put us into a minor recession, some negative growth. So blame it on the Fed. In an attempt to stave off inflation, they may just put us in recession. It's very likely. But I had ATHX as my first stock to look at.
And
first, let me go back and see if any. Yeah, we have Spike is with us.
Hello.
Hey, Professor Spike. I came back as I promised, to go and get you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hi, Professor.
So we were just chatting about the markets in general, and it looks to me like we have more downside before we turn it around.
Well, with Russia not resolving it in any kind of way.
I think that will get resolved in the second half of the year as well.
That's what it's going to take to turn everything around, I think.
You're probably right. Probably right. We have a lot of people with us. Abdallah.
Yeah.
He wants to know, do I think I should sell everything and keep cash? No, but I
Not
think
at these levels.
I do think that it may not hurt to take a little bit off the top if you have profits and sit in a little bit of cash. To go sell everything? No, I don't see it. I mean, I don't think this is the beginning of the end. Do you?
No.
So I think that's too drastic. Tom, good afternoon to you. Mark, hello to you. Mop Bucket, hi to you. Andrew Chow, hi to Andrew. And Heath is on with us. He wants to look at the CTIC chart. Okay.
Yeah, might as well. We've been
Why
talking
not?
about it.
ATH came back to earth. I've been buying all day, and I've added the most at the end when it was 56 cents, 57 cents. So I've been aggressively buying.
I mean, it didn't hold any gains, man. It just deflated. It's like a blip on the
Well,
chart.
that's what when Arjun used to say, "Sell the rips."
Yeah.
This number scares people, right, Professor Spike?
Well, that's always backward looking. I mean, it's right now. It's the current inflation, but yeah, it is a little high.
And consumer sentiment as a result is at the lowest it's been in I don't know how many years.
Well, I mean, the thing is that we've been having at least 3 months of these high numbers.
Yeah, I said it would hit.
I don't like multiplying by 12.
I think Kamal asked me on the show what did I think inflation would be on the next printout. I said 8%. I was under.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's a 1 month read.
Yeah.
So but it's a 1 month read for the last 3 months or 4 months. So it's not inconsiderable.
The gold mining stocks are doing okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's someplace to hide. Today,
Lithium mining, maybe.
I always like to read off what I did in my trades today. I bought AXNX, a medical device maker. I bought Athersys, which I said I did.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it throughout the day, just like I sold it, for much of the day yesterday. Did the opposite today. Let me see what else I bought. I have to refresh my memory. That's all I did. I made 2 trades. I mean, two symbols, ATHX and AXNX. That's it. Quiet day for Dr. J on the trading front. So let's take a look at Athersys chart.
We take a look at, and we could look at CTIC for
CTIC, yeah. My first Athersys. Obviously, I think it's a buying up at this level. I also think there'll be another chance to cash in before data. So,
Another blip.
the shorts are very quick to cash out because they don't want to get burned. So if this thing goes up a dime tomorrow, it'll go up to $1. So if you see 69 cents, jump on it, because then it's going to 99 cents. I'm not saying it's going to go all the way back to 133, probably not. But it's highly volatile in both directions. Look, after hours were up 3 cents, for example. So, you could buy now and look to sell at 99 cents, in my opinion. Our opinions are strictly our own, right? And they do not constitute investment advice.
They do not, certainly.
Okay, they do not. And people should check with their advisors before acting, or their wives or their dogs or whatever. Do their own due diligence. Even better.
I'd say.
Yeah, and also it's very important to hit that subscribe button because it's the best thing you could do for your finances. Hit that subscribe button. As Dr. J is not eating humble pie lately. I've been doing okay considering it's a terrible market. So
Dr. J.
Oh, wait a second. I did do one more buy. I forgot about it. I bought GSL at another broker. Arjun Special, GSL. So we look at GSL as well. So notice Athesis for the week, starting off the week in a very interesting fashion. But let's look more at the day, at the daily. What can we say? I mean, it's a strange looking chart. You don't often see humongous candles like this with Athesis. Two humongous candles in a row. But I like the close and I like the after hours. And like I said, if it's 69 cents tomorrow, it could easily jump to 99 cents. A lot of shorts bought back, a lot of new shorts today, as well as old shorts who got back in. And probably there wasn't that much selling from the long-term holders of ATHX, if any. So the selling came from the players, the day traders, the shorts, et cetera, et cetera. And that leads to an unstable environment, which means it could be very volatile in either direction. And I don't think it goes below 49 cents where it made a low. I don't even think it gets there. So it probably made the low today for a while. I think that's the low you're going to see for a while, the one that I put in today. Maybe forever, if things go right.
Your mouth to God's ear.
Maybe forever. Maybe it will never hit 56 cents again. It has that potential. Look, I mean, if it should be trading at $1 or more prior to data in May. That's a fair price considering the potential.
Right.
So 56 cents is a tremendous steal. That's what it was today at the bottom. And even where it is now, it's 59 cents. Oh, look at the after hours. It went up another 3 pennies. It's up
Because you've been talking about it.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of influence. A lot of famous people tune in to listen to my show, but they don't admit it. You know what I mean? You can't get them to admit it.
No, they go on Twitch and tell you how wrong you are.
Right, but Kramer listens all the time. He doesn't always agree with me, but he listens.
Yeah, Patrick Tang is crowing over, telling us months ago that it was time to bail.
Patrick is a sharp guy. Why do you think we allow him to be a viewer?
Exactly.
We don't allow just anybody to be a viewer.
Exactly.
We make one exception. That's the Jiggly. Jiggly is our exception to the rule.
Yeah, well.
Okay, CTIC.
Might as well.
Strong buy on Athesis, right? Strong buy. You got me on that?
That's the message.
I bought back every share that I sold yesterday, plus a lot more. How's that for confidence?
That's confidence.
That's a lot of confidence there.
I exhibited confidence, yes.
Yeah.
CTIC.
It's modulating.
Good word. I think we're basically in a trading range on this one. It's a little bit of a whiplash trading range, but we're in a trading range.
It's a horizontal trading range.
Yeah. From about $4, we said this before, to about 525. It's a big trading range, whiplash. But that's where we are. And, we're going to go up and down in this trading range for a while. That's how I see it. So, yeah, Heath, you buy at the bottom and you sell at the top. I agree. Heath's got the right idea. I think that's his idea. Oh, if you want to know where is the bottom, well, it looks like the double bottom is clearly $4. And we've been making higher lows. So we made a higher low on 4.1, 4.12. We didn't take that low out today as it hit a low of 4.21. So I'm good with that. I mean, if it takes out 4.12, you can figure $4. But if it doesn't take out 412, now is the time to get back in. That's how I see this one. Okay, so did I answer that question? I think I did.
Yes, could you remove the banner?
I didn't realize it was one. I will. Newmont Mining. I should look at Newmont.
Yeah.
I should look at it, right? Yeah, I made it go up. There's no question. That's for sure. I had AXNT down, AXNX, the one I bought today. Like to look at that. Medical device maker. I think they're into like women's diseases of the bladder and that kind of stuff. I don't exactly know what their gizmo does. I don't know much about the fundamentals, but it looked good enough on a number of fronts to go into it. So give it a shot. Took a small position in it today. And there was very little volume today. It's trading above the 200, which is above the 50, which is above the 100. I'd like to see the 100 above the 50. No, I'd like to see the 50 above the 200. But at least we took we made one positive cross not too long ago on the 7th of April. We had the 50 crossing with the 100 in a bullish manner. So that's good. And it looks like the 200 is offering support at 61.28. So I figured I have very little to lose on this one. If it takes out the resistance, it's got a ways to go on the upside. That's how it looks to me. So with a break of this high from Friday, 65.94, takes that out. Looks like we're probably going to test the highs. Looks like a good play. I know it's biodrug, but at least it's not a drug; it's a device.
Right.
I think it's a little safer.
Biotech with a capital T instead of a capital B.
Yeah, I mean, biodrug has really been tough on my belly.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, BioCris. Today, MYOV stung me a little bit. I got a bunch of them that stung me. So it's tough. It's tough sledding biodrug. But I think this one I'll be okay on. What else did I write?
Let's see.
Can we go over Amazon one more time? I mean,
Sure.
You also added.
I just want to do GSL before the other one I bought today. This is at Arjun's urging, and I made money with it the last time on Arjun's urging. I bought the shares this time. Last time I wrote the puts, but just to be different, I bought the shares. I think if it drops below the 200, we're looking at support. We could have a little bit of a drop down. So we're at a kind of a critical juncture. And I didn't want to get stuck with a big loss on writing puts. So I didn't. I mean, conceivably, it could go down to that $20 level. And that would sting with the puts because you're probably getting a couple of bucks a few months out, you wind up a loser by 50%. So I just bought the shares, see what happens on this one. Pays 4% while you're waiting.
All right.
Not bad. All right. Anyway, what was the one?
Did you put Albo up for a reason?
Which one?
Alpo.
Yeah, Alpo, because it's a biodrug that goes nothing but up, and I don't own it.
Yeah, I bailed on this a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I know. And you had bad timing bailing on it. The only one on this one is Arjun. He just refuses to sell it. It turned out to be the right thing.
Well, he's a smarter guy than I am.
Well, he's pretty smart when it comes to trading. I don't know about in general. I think you're pretty smart. You're one of the smartest
He's
people.
not here to defend himself, so too bad.
You're one of the smartest people I've ever met. So I mean that.
You're making me blush.
No, I'm not. All right. So there we go. 30, 35, 34.50 looks like support right way through the line on Albo, and we're trading above it. The 50 is above the 200. I just did a recent cross of that. The 100 looks like it's curving upwards to cross the 200. It couldn't be more bullish. Very, very bullish chart. So Albo is one hell of a bullish biodrec. Of course, like all biodrec, I wonder one day some bad news will come out on this one. It's just been awful. Nothing seems to work. Did you notice that? Everything blows up. The drug either kills people or it doesn't work, or
How's it going, Thomas?
it's just awful. It's a tough way to make a living in biodrug.
Certainly is.
What else did I put down? Anything?
Well, Marco's asking about Mankind, and that is one of your typicals.
Yeah, I mentioned it as a possible swing last week. I still like it as a swing. We're sitting right at the 50, which is at support. 380 after hours, so there's something cooking. I like it as I said. You sell your first, you buy like let's say you buy some multiple of 3,000 shares, 9,000, whatever number it is. You sell 1/3 at 4, and then the other two numbers I gave you, which whatever they were, I don't remember, all the way up to 5 maybe. So I think there's potential here, and I also felt good about the swing trade aspect of it, because you don't have to lose that much for your stop loss. You could have a pretty tight stop loss, right about 342. That's a pretty tight stop loss. So I like it for a trade. It probably is good for a long-term hold as well, with Technosphere, being used by United Therapeutics for their pulmonary hypertension drug. So they're partners with them on it, and I think it's sometime in May that the PDUFA is going to be. It's going to have a PDUFA sometime in May. So the fundamentals look good, at least decent, and the chart looks very decent. So yeah, I like Mankind.
Can we go over Amazon?
I won't go gaga over it, but I like it. I think it's good. What else?
Amazon, last one.
Oh yeah, Amazon's not a bad one to do.
Amazon. I actually sold a drop yesterday.
I only own a couple of shares, but
I don't
like it. 33. I was just
don't
so
like
happy
this
with
chart
it.
because it keeps making lows. My battery is running low. That's not good.
When would you step back into Amazon? I'm sort of getting tempted now. I'm sort of getting
Well,
tempted.
right now it looks like I wouldn't rush.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's hard to predict, but how about right about here? Let me draw this.
It's about 28 or 2,900.
I'm going to draw it in. A little higher.
Yeah, 2,950. That sounds reasonable.
Right about there, 29.
Right, and there's every reason to expect it would touch that.
Yeah.
Look at this chart. The Mo is going that way.
Somewhere around there looks like a reasonable buy. I wouldn't rush to buy it right now. What else? Apple?
You put AMD on your list.
AMD is a good
and
one.
Microsoft. I don't know why.
Well, AMD is, it showed a lot of strength all year, and now it's under 100.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
so it's a turnaround play.
I'm very disappointed in AMD.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. But it is
This was supposed to be, well, the place to go when the chips were going to come back on sale.
chips and dips are coming back. They're on sale now.
I guess.
Same with Nvidia and so on.
Right, and Intel as well.
Yeah.
No, Nvidia too. Nvidia is actually, I think, even worse than this.
You have to look for further weakness all the way down to $85.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
And finally,
Wow. Okay.
what? What was the last one?
Well, what was the one you said? Because the other one is Mr. Softy.
MSFT. MSFT, I figure, is a good inflation play because they always seem to raise their prices to pass along to the consumer. It is a horrible looking chart, like all the rest of them we've looked at today. But at some point, it's going to be a very nice buy. And that point might come right about here at 275.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That we're going to actually, we thought it would be over once the month of March was over.
Well, you wait another month. Wait till May. That's
the time to go away, though.
going to be the
Exactly.
Buy in May, and you have to stay.
I think it's go away in May and come back in November or something.
Well, that's what it usually is.
Yeah, but I think it's the opposite this
Yeah,
year.
it's not buy in May, and you have to stay.
I do think we'll have a better second half than we did first half. So that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amin, Thomas, Mark, Heath, Mop Bucket, Patrick, and so on, indubitably. Thank you all for coming. Good to see everybody. Thank you, Kamal and Spike. And don't forget to tell all your friends about us, everyone. Tell them to subscribe. We want 1,000 people watching live. How's that?
There you go.
Then Kamal will get nervous if that happens.
Yeah. Again.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.